Hey guys, welcome to day 8 of our digital launch. Today we're going to be discussing assemblies and there's some super cool enhancements, so check it out.
It's in the stars. Hasn't it always been? As far back as humans go, we've been looking up. Our drive to explore our universe has always pushed technology forward. The Canada-France-Hawaii telescope has been giving us clear glimpses into the cosmos for over 40 years. But technology changes a lot in 40 years. So when it's time for a redesign, you need a system that has performance, attention to detail, a full design ecosystem, and offers the latest innovations. Welcome to the 2019 SOLIDWORKS release, presented to you by CAD Dimensions.
Do you often need to share files with customers but worry about how much intellectual property you send them? Do you ever struggle editing very large assemblies or making changes to exploded views? Well, thanks to some amazing enhancements in SOLIDWORKS 2019, these concerns should be a thing of the past. With enhancements to commands such as defeature, save assembly as a part, large design review, and exploded views in SOLIDWORKS 2019, working through these challenges in assemblies has never been easier. Protecting intellectual property is always a concern when sending customers files. In SOLIDWORKS 2019, added functionality to the defeature tool will eliminate this fear. The new silhouette option in defeature allows users to simplify complex geometry with multiple methods, such as bounding box, cylinder, polygon, tight fit, and none. Users can now also group bodies or components within the defeature command, then define a silhouette method of simplification to that group. The Save Assembly as Part command also received enhancements in 2019 to help protect your files. To open the new Save Assembly as Part property manager, select File, Save as Part, click Include Specified Components, and override defaults. This will launch the new property manager, which gives you options to which components you want to keep. You can now define which components you want to exclude by using either a visibility slider or defining a bounding box volume. Also, toolbox fasteners can be excluded from the Save as Part command. Exploded views are a great way to illustrate how assemblies come apart and go together. In SOLIDWORKS 2019, manipulating exploded views is even easier. A rollback bar can now be used to assist with visualizing an explode sequence step by step. The rollback bar can be used both in the configuration manager and while creating or editing the exploded view. When using the rollback bar, you may notice some steps are out of sequence. New in 2019, explode steps can be reordered directly in the configuration manager. Lastly, explode steps can be named during configuration, therefore eliminating the process of having to rename steps after creating the exploded view feature. Large Design Review is a tool that has been in SOLIDWORKS for years and has allowed users to open and view large assemblies very quickly. Users could rotate and pan, take measurements, and section the model for quick review of large assemblies. In 2019, Large Design Review got a big enhancement. You can now edit your assembly while working directly in Large Design Review. Using the new Edit Assembly mode in Large Design Review, reference geometry, as well as mates can be accessed and edited. Sketches can now be shown or hidden and can be referenced for adding mates or for visual clarity. Components can now be deleted if they are no longer needed in the assembly. New components can be added to the assembly and aligned to their correct location using mates as you would in a fully resolved assembly. Components that have been predefined to use magnetic mates can snap into place, which can help when working with large facility layouts. Changing configurations of components is also now available in the new Edit mode. Once all necessary changes are made, you can save out all their work so that next time you open the file in Resolved or Lightweight mode, you can be assured that all your hard work has been retained. Also new in 2019 is the ability to group mates. Mates can now be quickly grouped by status or separate fasteners. When grouped by status, mates are separated into folders. Statuses include solved, errors, overdefined, suppressed, and inactive mates. The new Group Mates option makes it much easier to keep your assemblies organized. Many users prefer to have their toolbox components fully defined in their assemblies. To achieve this, every concentric mate needs to have its rotation locked. An option is now available to quickly lock the rotation of all concentric mates with one click. In addition to locking rotation of concentric mates, users can also now automatically lock the rotation of all new concentric mates to toolbox components upon insertion, saving even more time and keeping assemblies fully defined. The enhancements added to assemblies in 2019 are designed to help users simplify their models and work even faster. Intellectual property can be protected much easier now with the enhancements to feature and save assembly as part. Whether using the edit mode functionality in Large Design Review, grouping mates into folders, or automatically locking concentric mates rotation, users will be able to manage large assemblies much faster in SOLIDWORKS 2019.
All right, Derek. So assemblies, lots of stuff in that section. If you had to pick some out, what would they be?
I think the bounding box is going to be really beneficial for a lot of people doing assemblies. You know, when it comes to packaging or just general size requirements or limitations that their customers put on them, it's going to be nice to just easily, quick and dirty, see how big or what the size of that is.
Sure.
And then, we talked about it, or Kevin and I talked about it in our podcast. So if you guys haven't seen our podcast, check it out. We talk about Large Design Review.
Right.
And that, I think, is going to be a huge enhancement.
Yeah.
I think the functionality that's in there, along with the graphics performances that we talked about in the parts and features section, with two of those combined, Assembly's got a huge update for this year.
And I think that's kind of an underutilized tool to begin with. So now it's even more powerful, even more reason to use it.
Absolutely. So what do we got going on for tomorrow?
Tomorrow we have e-drawings and routing, two unsuspecting sections, but there's some interesting stuff. So definitely catch those.